Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tabi 204. Today, I'm meeting with Miss Lassey, one of the main coordinators of this year's Senior Superlative Dance, aka Homecoming. Thank you, Miss Lassey, for being here today.
Of course.
So, I have a couple questions, but firstly, why is it called a Senior Superlative Dance and not just Homecoming?
Okay, so when the tradition started years ago, Homecoming was a completely separate event where they had winners that were crowned or sashed and awarded at the football game. We used to have cars come out onto the field, and it got kind of dicey because if the weather was rough, we had to cancel the cars, cancel these people who had gotten dresses and things, so we started combining it for the safety of weather. So really, it's the Senior Superlative Dance where Homecoming is also announced.
Okay, so what exactly are these superlatives? Like, what does that entail?
So the class officers kind of whittled down a list of hundreds of options with the administration and myself and Mrs. Lamba, the advisors, to 20 awards. So we tried to vary it up so we could hit various groups of people with different skill sets and different talents. And we decided also this year we didn't want any doubles. So if person won, let's say, a category with 60 votes, but they also won another category but was only 20 votes, we gave them that first award. So we have 40 different winners, actually 41, because there was a tie for most likely to brighten your day, which I was like, oh,
That's so
be
sweet.
still my heart. So there'll be
Who
41.
tied with that?
I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Will
You can't
I
really
won't even
reveal
tell
it until
no
the
my
day.
officers are itching for the information. So 41 different people will be honored with those, and then we have 6 people on the homecoming court with 2 royalty.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So the seniors vote in the superlatives. How exactly do they do that?
So I had to create with Miss Lamba a terribly long Google form that the kids went and ahead and voted for. So that was pretty straightforward. They could vote for 2 people, any gender at all, in each category. But homecoming, you have to first be nominated by a staff member, and then the seniors vote based on that list.
Okay, so it's a pretty lengthy process.
Yeah.
Okay. So homecoming, the dance. So as far as I know, it's on November 17th at 7 p.m.
Correct.
How long does it typically last?
About 10 p.m.
Okay then. So are there going to be any food or drinks this year? I did know that last year we had water, but we ran out of cups, and that was pretty much it.
Yes, so this year we have so many donations that the senior class brought in for the oh gosh, what would we call it? The 3-on-3 basketball tournament we
Yes.
did. So we didn't want to waste the donations. So we will be selling beverages, water, different snacks, candies at the dance. You'll have to eat them outside of the gymnasium, but they will be available for anyone who wants them.
Wonderful. That's a great upgrade from last year.
Yeah, little snacks while you're boogieing down.
Exactly. So how is this dance planned? There's a lot of planning involved, I'm sure.
With any dance, there's a lot of bells and whistles and things you have to check off. So the biggest thing is getting a good DJ, and then after that, tacking down all the awards. But the class advisors are the chaperones, so we have that built in with obviously the administrative team. And then it's really selling the tickets to the whole school and then getting all their guest forms in. So that's where it starts to get a little tedious, but
Is this your first time planning homecoming, or has this happened many times?
yeah, so I'm a seasoned class advisor.
Okay.
This is my 4th or 5th class that I've advised.
Oh my God.
I am definitely retiring from advising again. I actually retired last time I did this, but with Miss Thomas, departing DHS, I wanted to help out Miss Lamba, and I jumped in. I think for senior year, you need someone who's done it before. So
That makes sense.
came out of retirement, but it will be brief.
Well, we're all happy to hear that. So back to homecoming. Many people bring guests, like a partner or a friend, to homecoming. How exactly would one go about bringing a guest?
Sure. So the first step is a form where either their school, if they are still in high school, or the person themselves will fill out the information. Their school has to sign, the DHS student's parent or guardian has to sign, and an administrator from our building has to sign.
Okay.
And then on top of that, we need a copy of the identification, so
Okay,
a school
so
ID.
it's pretty lengthy, but I'm sure it's very safe.
Yeah, it's just to sort of keep things
A security measure.
exactly.
That makes sense. Why exactly do you think students should attend homecoming? Like what is it about?
So Probably the easiest answer is memories right off the bat. Even if you don't know the seniors, it's always a good time with friends. As the yearbook advisor as well, I can tell you a lot of my seniors are putting their favorite high school memory was last year's like junior banquet or homecoming. So you have a good time. As somebody who maybe isn't a dancing person, go watch everyone else dance. It's, we're all awkward. No, there are very few people that I feel like dance well. I mean, I know you are a dancer, so you will probably have some moves, but some people just don't, and that sometimes is the best part.
Exactly. People watching's funny. Awkward dancing is honestly way more fun than actually dancing well, and the goal of it is to just have fun.
Absolutely.
There's no one to impress. It's
No.
dark. No one can even see. It's great. There's definitely an important social aspect to it too. Like, as I've reiterated so many times, that no one makes the memories of high school in a classroom. There might be a couple, but it's usually from something interactive, like a presentation or a movie day.
Great.
The memories are made in the clubs, in the teams, in the events.
I agree.
Definitely. So how exactly do we get tickets? Where do we buy them?
So tickets are on sale with myself and Miss Lamba before school or during lunch periods. And we do have some of the other advisors and helpful staff members in this building, on lunches. So if I am not there or Miss Lamba's not there for lunch, somebody else should be there. So you can buy
Okay,
them
so
then.
we can buy them at lunch.
Correct.
How long are they being sold?
Only until this Thursday before
no.
the Veterans Day weekend. Yes.
Okay, good to know. I got to bring some money then. So the dance is about 3 hours long. Great music. Who's DJing?
We have George Ayub, which is he is G&S DJs. He actually DJ'd my first wedding, which is where I met him, but
Oh
he's
my
done
God.
a lot of our proms and dances.
So he's definitely a very seasoned DJ. He
Yes.
knows what he's doing.
He's
That's
done,
wonderful.
I'd say probably a good half of the proms in the area is George.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what should students, especially like the nervous freshmen, I know last year I was terrified. What should I wear? What should I bring? What should I do? What advice would you give those, especially freshmen who have never been to a homecoming dance before?
So I remember being that worried student because especially I think females too, we get a little bit in our heads about these types of things. Be comfortable. So you want to jazz yourself up a little bit, but still feel like you, and then maybe not. Maybe you want to go all out tonight and be somebody a little more than usual. It's really up to you. But if you don't put on an outfit and feel comfortable and like yourself, you're not going to have a good time. So get
Very
as
true.
jazzy as you want, as makeup, as dressy with your hair as you want, but at the end of the day, if you're not going to be comfortable, don't come in that outfit.
Exactly. It all depends on everybody's personal comfort. It's not about putting on a show, it's about having individual fun.
Absolutely.
I've heard, is there any sort of theme for the dance this year?
So we kind of do like a red carpet type of thing, since the seniors will be getting the awards that look like, gosh, is it the little Emmy, the little man statue, or the
Yes.
Oscar? The Oscar,
Yes.
I think it is. So there's that, kind of fun element to it, but with decorations, there's not a lot. So it's more just little glitz and glam, I guess.
That makes sense. Because were there themes in the past that no one truly followed? I heard rumor of that.
Maybe, I think that's usually more junior banquet and prom.
That makes sense.
But I wouldn't be surprised if some advisors had like a glow theme or something like that in the
That
past.
makes sense. And no one really entirely sticks to the theme because everybody has their own homecoming aesthetic. Everyone has their own vision.
You do not have to dress to the theme. So
Exactly.
even if we said it was black and white and you want to show up in purple,
Exactly.
all for
You're
it.
not going to get in trouble.
No.
Just going to have fun.
Exactly.
What's your favorite thing overall about the homecoming dance?
Well, I think it's just seeing some kids get surprised by a superlative is always fun because their peers vote them in, and it's just that compliment or that boost that you don't always
Exactly.
get verbally. So
Exactly. It's very wholesome. I'm sure it builds like senior class community.
yes, and we really tried to kind of weed out some of the superlatives which were just about looks and kind of make it more about the core of the person this year.
Definitely.
So, I mean, some of the seniors were a little upset. We removed things like best looking or nicest eyes, but we wanted it to be more about what you've contributed to One Dartmouth. There are a lot of people who will get those compliments day to day about their looks and appearances, and there's some beautiful people in this building, yourself included, of course. But it's kind of more about who you are at your core.
It's a
and-
more personal compliment.
Yes,
It's one
yeah.
thing to say you have nice eyes, and it's another thing to say to a person like they've contributed, you enjoy spending time with them, they brighten your day, for example.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's way more to that person's core and to that person's spirit.
Letting
I definitely saw some tears last year. Happy ones.
Yes.
Happy ones, definitely.
I think everyone just wants to be seen. So being seen for something that's so a part of who you are, I think makes it even more special.
Exactly. It's a night to get to be seen, to have fun, and to make memories.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Miss Lassey, for appearing today.
You're very welcome.
Some amazing info and a great discussion. We will see you there at the Homecoming Dance on November 17th. Thank you for watching. Second episode of Tabi 204.